Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Amanda back with you, another Hygge kind of video. I thought this would be perfect for a Sunday upload. Today we are going to be talking a little bit more specifically on one specific point that is brought up in many different books explaining Hygge, and that is plants, bringing the outdoors in. And I'm going to tell you 7 plants that I love having in our home and have definitely helped towards air filtration and just purification in the home. So explaining just very quickly what Hygge is, if you guys are brand new to the word, the thought, and you're like, what is she saying? I have another video linked up above for you, and one as well to do with bringing that vibe, that Hygge vibe into the home. Hygge, most importantly, is something that you feel. Coziness and embracing simplicity, creating everyday rituals that really make your heart sing. I think the importance of nature and plants when it comes to the concept of Hygge is that nature just reminds us how beautiful life can be. Overall, plants are so great for our well-being. They help us slow down, they help us appreciate slow growth, they help us as well appreciate that life has different seasons. And for us personally, they help us clean our air, especially after all of those Hygge candles have been lit. I think it's really important that we choose ones that are easy to grow, ones that can definitely contribute to air purification, and ones that suit your style as well. So let's talk about hero houseplants. The first one we will get to is the ZZ plant. This is our ZZ plant. There's a main reason why I'm going to start with the ZZ plant first. First of all, it's called a bulletproof plant. So if you are a plant killer, don't worry, a lot of us kill plants, but this is going to be a great companion for you, because the best way to take care of a ZZ plant is pretty much to forget it. And that's why you see it in doctors' offices and malls often as well, this one. It's been around for centuries, originating in drought-prone Africa, and that's where it thrives outdoors. What's so interesting about the intersection of Hygge and the ZZ plant is a couple of decades ago, Dutch nurseries that were actually located in South Africa say that the plant's propagating potential was incredible. And in 1996, they started distributing these all around the world. So there is definitely a link there as well with the Dutch. It's air purifying, it removes toxins from the air, and as well, the growth factor in this is always just so exciting because it has these amazing shoots. Now there is a main drawback to the ZZ plant. You don't necessarily want to have it if you have any pets that are very curious and nibblers, dogs, cats, even kids, because it is a poisonous plant if you do ingest it. And even some people were saying, yeah, if you touch the plant a lot, definitely make sure that you wash your hands because it could cause a skin irritation. Personally, I have never found that, so I don't want that to deter you from investing in a ZZ plant. Now the snake plant is up next. It is also considered an indestructible plant and desert-based. This guy is having a real fashion moment right now, I'll tell you that much, and it's also coined the term mother-in-law's tongue. Loves dry heat, copes well with central heating, and generally performs well actually just being left alone. Has such a cool architectural look, really grows up straight, which is definitely a benefit, having that predictable growth pattern when you're trying to work with your home decor, and is one of the best plants for adding oxygen into your home. It's actually been associated with better night's sleep as well, so this would actually be great on your bedside table, even if it's a low lit room. Also, what's so cool about snake plants is they are so easy to propagate. You'll end up seeing different shoots come up, and actually, in fact, the other day, Scotty and I propagated one of our snake plants that had had a few babies, and it was very exciting to kind of put them in their brand new pots, putting them right by indirect sunlight by a window, and you will see those shoots grow. It's a very exciting plant to have. This next plant, I actually don't have one of them in our home. If we had a larger home, I think I would definitely add one, or maybe our next plant purchase, but that is the peace lily. The peace lily is perfect in light or shady places, and it actually prefers shady spots. So if you don't have a lot of light in your home, this could be the perfect plant for you. It likes to have wet feet, so if you are someone who kills their plants by overwatering them, this could maybe help you with that. And it produces white flowers through the year, which is definitely a beautiful factor of it. But peace lilies are actually best best for removing impurities and toxins from the air, and that will contribute to a healthier space for you and your loved ones. Specifically, peace lilies are great at removing benzene, which is a known carcinogen, and is also great at removing mold spores from the air. Now, we were talking about propagating with the snake plant. The next plant that I think that you guys should consider is the pothos. So pothos is also amazing to propagate, and basically what that means is taking a clipping from the mother plant, and you can use propagation pieces, so those little strands that you've clipped off, and put them in water to grow roots or right in soil. So they are very adaptive to their environment. They grow in different conditions, from dry soil to vases of water, nutrient-rich soil to nutrient-poor soil. So again, if you're a beginner, pothos is a great place to start. They're great additions to the bathroom, with a window of course. No plants grow in complete darkness, and they can still perform with low light. They just might lose some of their variegation. Another thing about pothos though is they are considered a toxic plant, and for cats, dogs, children, rarely causing fatality, but definitely causing some irritation and vomiting, because it contains calcium oxalates, so that's kind of where the irritation comes from if you do eat this plant. For a hygge vibe, it's amazing because you can have them just absolutely cascading. I'm sure you've seen a ton of photos on Pinterest. I will put up a few here where people have gotten pretty creative with their pothos vines. The next plant is the spider plant. These are so easy to grow and they have so many babies. You can propagate these like crazy, and they are as well perfect adaptable houseplants. Spider plants are some of the heroes when it comes to air purification as well, and they are really proficient at removing things like carbon dioxide, formaldehyde, xylene, and generally just purifying the air. Now, one of the things, if you're a plant killer, they don't like soggy feet. They like well-drained soil, bright, indirect sunlight, and they will flourish. So overwatering is one of their top killers, but this is a really big positive. If you are really scared to get some plants in your house because you do have kids and pets that are a little unpredictable around those plants, well, this might be the perfect plant for you because spider plants are non-toxic and actually edible. So they are totally safe for all of those little ones. Next up, we have the aloe plant. Now, you've probably heard of aloe having its own health benefits when it comes to sunburns, the gel inside, jam-packed with vitamins, and very good for your skin. However, be careful. My dad is actually allergic to aloe and he put it on a sunburn once and it was not a good vibe. So always do a patch test. But they are stylish, practical, great air purification plants, and what they're good at is removing formaldehyde and benzene, commonly found chemicals in household cleaning products. They love a sunny spot and tight shoes, so even though this guy is getting pretty big, we're not concerned at all about removing it from its pot because he's pretty happy. Another quick thing about aloe potting is they do love to have kind of rocks around the base of them. Sometimes it can be great and decorative, but in general, the plants just like feeling like they are tight and really well supported in their pot. Now, I would bring this next plant over here, but I know it would just create like a mess, and it is so big. The last plant to speak of to have in your home, create some hygge vibes, bring the outdoors in, is the Boston fern. They are beautiful, they have amazing texture, a wide range of foliage, easy maintenance, and good growth between the seasons of spring and summer. They're a hardy houseplant. Even if they look like they are on death's door, you can totally revive them. One thing I suggest is always rotating your plants if they are beside a window. That will help them grow evenly. And for our Boston fern, we often give it a haircut. They are best in direct sunlight, damp soil, and ferns love a humid environment, so feel free to create a ritual of misting your fern weekly. On that note though, Boston ferns are actually really great at deterring illness, and they purify the air, and they actually add humidity back into the air as well. So if you know someone who has really dry skin, irritated noses and throats, a Boston fern actually might be super great to add into your space because it will help just put some humidity back into the air. They spill out a massive amount of oxygen, and that is why we always have ours right beside our desk, so our brain power is through the roof. Fingers crossed. For us here at home, creating a weekly ritual of watering our plants, even wiping down their leaves, has really mixed up those doldrums of the winter and has allowed us to realize that we can contribute to the health and growth of something living in our home. And in turn, it helps contribute towards our health and well-being. So those are the 7 plants. Plants are amazing to have indoors because when it comes to the practice of hygge, it's amazing to create those rituals. And some rituals with our plants could be misting them, giving them a little haircut, honestly just checking on them throughout the house, looking for new growth, and that can always be very exciting. I know in our household we'll be like, we've got a new leaf, and that's always the best. And just taking time to wipe down their leaves and prune anything that needs to be pruned. Thank you guys so much for joining this video. I know there are so many more houseplants we could speak of, but these are some of the top ones when it comes to air purification and just bringing the outdoors in, even if you are a novice, because that is one of the really good tips to create some hygge vibes inside of your home. If you guys liked this video, please let me know in the comments below, and if you have any other plant tips, I would love to hear them. We currently are living in a forest in here, and it has been helping us so much get through this cold and dark winter. But for now, we shall see you in my next one. Bye guys. Look how big this is. Maybe this will be the thumbnail.